Hi, I'm Heather Groom. Welcome to High on Utah. Here are 5 simple hacks on selling your home faster than your neighbors or faster than anyone else in your neighborhood. We've recently seen some trends in the market that help sell your home faster and for more money than other homes in neighborhoods. So I'm just going to go through 5 of them real quick. The first one is declutter. And I can't emphasize this enough. If I just even had one hack, it would just be this: it would be declutter. Pack the things away that you're not using. And even if you are using them and you can leave them and not use them for a little while, then pack them up, put them in storage, get a storage unit, get them out of the house. So, decluttering is huge. I usually recommend to my clients that they get rid of at least half of whatever is in their house. So, that can go to DI, that can go again to a storage unit, whatever it is, definitely pack it up and just get it out because a house will look bigger and cleaner if there's less things in it. So do that first. That's the first thing. The second one, I would say just look at what could be refreshed really easily and quickly. A lot of people have darker paint in their home or even sometimes multicolors. And, I've let my kids sometimes pick their room color. And before you paint or before you list, you will want to repaint it. So if your child picked purple, then choose a neutral color and repaint the room. That's huge. Also, if you have the dark brown paint or what we call the Italian villa look from the late 1990s and early 2000s, you're going to want to paint and just do a simple, clean white. And I would recommend going into like a Sherwin Williams to go in and just ask them which colors. I like Dove White, Modern White, Greek Villa. There's some really nice ones. Definitely go in, talk to them about a good white color that just will look clean and fresh. And that can usually be done. Paint is cheap, so definitely that one can be done for not a lot of money. A lot of times, what I also see is that people will spend time and money on things that don't matter or that maybe they put money towards a house project, but it's something that may not add value to the house and they spend a lot of time on it. So, again, maybe it's something where it's their pet project, and they'll say, oh, I want to convert this room into an exercise room, and put hardwood flooring in it. Well, maybe the next buyer doesn't want an exercise room, or they may not want the hardwood flooring that you're choosing. So you have to be very careful at what you do, also. So going back, the third point after the declutter and also kind of looking for lighter paint colors and just refreshing, the third one would be furniture repositioning. A lot of times people have these big oversized couches that take up a lot of space in a room that's maybe really small. And so you're going to want to take out some pieces of furniture. A lot of times people have inherited hutches or other big bulky items, sometimes oversized dressers, like they may have like 3 dressers in a room. And so you want to be really careful to not have so much furniture, especially like extra rocking chairs and even around the kitchen table. If I can, I'll make 6 chairs instead of maybe 8 or 10. So just kind of taking out furniture as well. The one other area I would say for number 4 that people overlook all the time is landscaping and curb appeal. Curb appeal is so important because when people are looking at the house for the first time, they want to see that it's been maintained on the outside. They want to see that the landscaping is immaculate and interesting. Too often, I will see homes that don't even have any trees at all planted or any beds of flowers. And so on one home, there literally was not one tree planted in the yard. And so it was just very bare, very simple. And it made the house look almost too simple and not as inviting and soft. So usually you get your money out of landscaping. I know a lot of people complain about it because it can be pricey. But again, be really careful on your costs, but just with a few simple things like cleaning and weeding beds, that makes such a difference. A lot of times before people list, we recommend even lightly power spraying the outside of the house to make it look clean. A lot of, we live in a desert, and so a lot of times we get dirt and mud, and we get that sleety storm, water and snow. And so you want to be really careful on what the outside looks like. And just even hosing it off just makes a difference. And weeding those beds, and again, maybe putting some bright flowers in. If it's spring or summer, even fall, you can add in something that go to a nursery and ask them what is good to put in for fall. Winter, luckily, usually you're covered with snow, but still, people will notice if there are trees or not. And so you really want to make sure that the outside is a wow, and that will pay for itself. Usually, my clients will come back and say, wow, we actually should have hired a landscaper sooner and enjoyed our yard a little bit more and done these, little projects that we'd been thinking about doing for a long time, but we just never got to them. So definitely landscaping pays. The last one I would say is professional photography. And I even start this a little bit early. Like if you ever have cool sunset views from your house, or maybe you have like a certain season where things look amazing in your yard, then take pictures of those things, even during all times of the year, because your realtor will know which ones to use. And then when you do the photography, for your home, when you go to list, I'm very picky about who I use for photography. I've been blown away that there are some agents that will just use their iPhones and take casual pictures. I take very professional pictures. The lighting has to be bright and good because, again, that also makes the house look cleaner. But I'm surprised at what people include in photos, and again, kind of the angles. And I can tell right away if it's not a professional job, because if it's not professional photos, it just makes the house seem cheaper and not as good. And so you really want to make sure you wow people, because the listing is going to bring people into the home to come and see it. So you want your pictures to be interesting and inviting. So those are the 5 hacks, and I hope that's helpful as you get ready to list your home.